A long-lost tomb was discovered on the west bank of the Nile River a century ago. Tutankhamun, a little-studied pharaoh, became an instant icon. What did the pharaohs take to the afterlife? A secret world is here to tell you all about what is untold. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Tutankhamun, a minor pharaoh who governed Egypt nearly 3,300 years ago, had his tomb unearthed by British archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. Carter famously exclaimed, "Yes, magnificent things," when asked if he could see anything upon entering the tomb for the first time. Ivory figurines, gold objects, and priceless jewels were all discovered in Tutankhamun's tomb. Carter unearthed the pharaoh's massive pectoral, a breastplate adorned with gold, silver, and different priceless gemstones, and even an unusual gemstone in a chest of treasures. Sculpted from a yellowish-green gemstone, the god Ra is shown on the breastplate as a winged scarab that lifts the cosmic bark, upon which the sun and moon are set, into the heavens. Initially, Carter thought that the gemstone was chalcedony, a common kind of quartz. British geographer Patrick Clayton sailed the Great Sand Sea, which separates modern-day Egypt and Libya. In 1932, in the sand, he found a few odd shards of glass. The yellowish-green substance appeared to be the same as the jewel unearthed from Tutankhamun's tomb. After waiting 2 years, he wrote a brief note proposing that the shards of glass were the quartz-rich deposits of a long-vanished lake. Italian mineralogist Vincenzo de Michele studied the gemstone in King Tut's breastplate in 1998 and determined that it was a fragment of Libyan desert silica glass. Similar to quartz, Libyan desert glass is almost entirely composed of silicon dioxide, but its crystal structure is unique. Some rare elements, such as iridium, iron, nickel, chromium, and cobalt, are also present in minute quantities. It has been unknown for a long time where the desert glass first appeared. Naturally occurring glass is the result of an extremely quick cooling process that prevents molten rock material from forming a crystalline structure. Obsidian is a type of natural glass created when the molten volcanic rock cools very quickly. However, there are no dormant volcanoes near the desert glass formations. Natural tektites originate when molten meteorite fragments are flung far into the Earth's atmosphere, where they cool and harden into spherules of glass. Tektites have been discovered in Antarctica, and they can be found all over Asia and Australia. However, the desert glass has not been linked to any known impact craters in the Libyan desert. An alternate theory from 2013 postulated that an ice-rich comet may have erupted mid-air over the desert as it entered the Earth's atmosphere. The produced heat explosion of around 2,000 degrees Celsius would be enough to melt the top layers of the dunes, creating the desert glass, but it wouldn't create a crater. A new study published in the journal Geology disputes this theory, arguing that the development of desert glass can't be attributed to an airburst alone. Researchers investigated purported zircon grains in the desert glass and identified them as the extremely uncommon mineral rhyolite. Although chemically identical to zircon, the crystalline structure of rhyolite is distinct and denser. Only at extremely high pressure, such as those caused by large meteorite impacts, does rhyolite crystallize. An airburst low pressure is insufficient to create rhyolite. After an airburst, shockwaves with pressure in the thousands of pascals travel through Earth's atmosphere. Shockwaves in the Earth from a meteorite impact can reach several billions of pascals, making it billions of times more powerful than any airburst. The scattered field of desert glass fragments discovered in the Libyan desert can only be explained by an impacting meteorite, which would have generated enough pressure to form the rhyolite and enough heat to melt the sand. Although radiometric dating reveals that the impact that produced the Libyan desert glass occurred around 28 to 26 million years ago, the precise location of the impact crater is still unknown. How the desert glass ended up among Tutankhamun's jewelry is another mystery. Caravan routes surrounding the Gulf Kebir Plateau have been uncovered from antiquity. However, it does not appear that these routes were utilized in the search for trading of desert glass. The scarab's component may have been a lucky find or an unusual present. This is the sole documented instance of this unusual material being employed by an Egyptian artist. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.